I asked what type of self-care would be best for you right now, and we have maturity in reverse. I mean, maybe you're taking things a little too seriously and you need to sort of lighten up. It could be good to put yourself in a place where you can laugh, and whether that be watching stand-up on Netflix or, you know, your favorite funny movie. You know, buoyancy is what's coming to me. And not only because the Daughter of Cups is submerged in water, but because this maturity card is in the reverse. And so maybe a little bit of immaturity in the way of buoyancy and hilarity or laughter, levity is needed at this time. I mean, we do have the Hanged Man hanging suspended. Speaking of levity, levitating. Hey Scorpio, welcome to your general tarot reading for February 2021. Thank you so much for stopping by. If it's your first time here, my name's Amanda. I'm at Lunacy Tarot. If this reading resonates, please do hit that like button. It helps the reading to circulate amongst others and supports the channel. And if you would like, subscribe to my channel. I do general tarot readings and love readings for each sign for each month. So if you are returning, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. Thanks for supporting my channel. Okay, so I've been shuffling your cards off camera. I'm going to give it one last shuffle and then we will sync up. There we go. If you're interested in a personal reading, there is a link below in the description box. Okay, so Scorpio, February 2021. In the position of your heart, we have the Six of Swords reversed. Having a hard time getting clarity, gaining a higher perspective. Sort of in the weeds a little bit. This is in the position of your heart, also in the position of the present moment. In the position of your mind, we have the Daughter of Cups reversed. A need for self-care, feeling uninspired, and there is a need for self-care, and this is what's on your mind right now. This is how you think about it. In the position of your body or the foundation, we have the Priestess of Swords. The foundation of the reading is this call to take a long vision. So see into the future and plan your steps accordingly. There's a lot of austerity and clarity associated with this card. This is a card of wisdom. Her familiar is an owl. And the organizing principle for this card, for the Priestess of Wands, is this future thinking. She's able to see far into the future. She has a long vision, a long game. You know, the Priestess of Swords and the Queen of Swords organizes information. She sifts through the information. She synthesizes the information. So there's a sifting of information, and in order to achieve clarity, and this is in the position of your foundation, so everything hinges on this. In the position of your past, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. Well, this is good that it's in the reverse. There's some sort of conflict, some sort of betrayal, some sort of deception, some sort of egoic drama, egoic play, where people are sort of acting from their ego, stabbing at one another, expecting to lose something. This is in the reverse, though, and also in the position of your past. So it's something that you're coming out of, resolving. Still not at that point of really able to see the whole purpose of it. You know, these women in the upright, they have a 30,000-foot view. Look at them soaring high in the sky. The Six of Swords also comes after a conflict, the Five of Swords. And so it symbolizes having some distance from the conflict, enough distance to gain a higher perspective and then to begin to move on. You're not quite there yet. You're still kind of in the weeds with it, still thinking about it, still trying to make sense of it, sifting the information in order to get clarity around it. In the position of the future, we have the Five of Wands, another card of conflict. 5 is a number of conflict and change. 5 of Wands is about, it's a testing energy. It's not, you know, there are different nuances to conflict. The conflict that is embodied in the 5 of Wands is more competitive, more testing your abilities against others. You know, do I have what it takes? Are my skills developed to the extent of this other person's skills? What do I have to learn from this? It's a competitive energy, but it's also sort of like a testing your own abilities type situation, type energy. There is definitely energy available, energy erupting, a lot of vitality here. This is coming in the future. Huh. I feel like something is bubbling to the surface here, related to this conflict in the past that you're attempting to resolve. This might be another step in your resolution of that for yourself. The 5 of Wands energy is what I'm referring to. Let's clarify everything, shall we? We'll use the Osho Zen deck. Let's start with the conflict in the past that's in the reverse, this 3 of Swords. Usually this has to do with a betrayal of the heart, but it's felt mentally and it's felt emotionally. What is this 3 of Swords in reverse in the past about? What happened here? Beyond illusion and the creator, both in reverse. Trapped inside of illusion, your own illusions, the illusions of others, people projecting their expectations, their assumptions, their illusions onto one another, hence the egoic drama. Out of whack, out of touch, disconnected from your source energy, from your vitality, from your life force, from the thing that motivates you. You know, you're this is, what is this in the traditional deck? This is the King of Wands. There could have been a King of Wands type personality that came at you in a distorted way, or you were dealing with in a sort of dealing with their shadow selves, their negative aspects. The King of Wands can be very impulsive, non-committal. You know, they're people that go out into the world and they connect with others, typically pretty successfully. This could be a person who's used their network against you, or has been, you know, their energy is distorted in the way of leveraging their network to create drama, to create conflict. That is in the past. In the present moment, let's clarify the 6 of Swords. This is typically a card of moving on from troubled times into calmer waters. However, it's in the reverse. There's you know, you're still sort of in the weeds with this thing, still thinking about it, still sort of ruminating, going over the details of a dramatic conclusion. Yeah, 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords precedes the 6 of Swords. So yes, this is still very much on your mind, still very much playing on your heart. You know, it still feels painful. It still feels painful. There was a imbalance and inequality in some sort of dynamic that brought you to this place. It might have affected the way that you think about the future. Some things that you thought were inevitable for your future, you're having to reorganize, rethink, sift through the details and the information to kind of reimagine a new future for yourself, at least a new future trajectory. In the position of your mind, we'll clarify that next. It's the Daughter of Cups in reverse. This is feeling uninspired and dull. Not taking very good care of yourself, needing to implement a self-care regime, even if it's just a day where you take a bath. Yes, in order to gain a new perspective, which is ultimately what is needed here. clarity, a new perspective, understanding this thing from a distance and in a new way. Right now it's very emotional. It feels like very close and still very painful. So this self-care that we were just talking about will help you to gain this new perspective, this illumination, help you to surrender this conflict inside of your heart to whatever it is that it needs to be surrendered to, but simply surrender it. What kind of self-care are we talking about here in the position of your mind with the Daughter of Cups in reverse? What are the qualities of this self-care that would be most beneficial for Scorpio at this time as they navigate this conflict, felt both mentally and emotionally? There's more conflict coming in the future, the immediate future, Five of Wands, though it's less testy, less negative. It's more about competition, understanding where you're at in terms of development. Maturity in reverse. I asked what type of self-care would be best for you right now, and we have maturity in reverse. I mean, maybe you're taking things a little too seriously and you need to sort of lighten up. It could be good to put yourself in a place where you can laugh, and whether that be watching stand-up on Netflix or, you know, your favorite funny movie. You know, buoyancy is what's coming to me. And not only because the Daughter of Cups is submerged in water, but because this maturity card is in the reverse. And so maybe a little bit of immaturity in the way of buoyancy and hilarity or laughter, levity is needed at this time. I mean, we do have the Hanged Man hanging suspended. Speaking of levity, levitating. Okay, what is coming for you? I mean, what are the qualities of this Five of Wands in the immediate future? This sort of competition, testing your abilities. What is this about? We have two fives on the spread. We have two indicators that there was some sort of conflict, some sort of deception, betrayal of some sort. What? Three indicators, actually. Is that true? No, two. You know, you may experience some sadness coming in the immediate future. We have, again, okay, this is crazy. We have the Five of Wands clarifying the Five of Wands. It's just a reinforcement of this energy. So the imagery in this card you can see better. Look, they're not engaging in this quote-unquote conflict to hurt one another. They're not jabbing each other with the wands viciously. They're testing their sticks against one another. But there is sadness. Now we have four fives in the spread. This is conflict and change, right? You are feeling some sadness about this. The sadness will continue into the future. There's a need to look at that, to re-examine that grief. Moving forward, however, this is great. Whatever this process is, you will move forward strongly and confidently through it. This is a temporary situation. Knight of Pentacles. Two cards of action and movement. There's some action that needs to be taken here. Knight of Pentacles. The Knights take action. Yeah, there's some action that needs to be taken to loosen this grief and to move beyond this conflict. I get a back and forth energy of like, this emotional experience that feels very unpleasant, very heavy, very painful. And and a call to like engage, take action, engage. I mean, even this Five of Wands energy is about engaging your abilities, engaging your skills in order to develop movement, action, engagement. Okay. So let's see. Let's clarify the Priestess of Swords. This is in your foundation, also in the position of your body. What is she all about? What is this Priestess of Swords about here? Beyond clarity, beyond future thinking, reimagining your future. She's actively engaged in visualizing her future, what it is that she wants in the future. This is not passive, it's active. It's a crystalline vision. What is this Priestess of Swords about, please? Scorpio, working through some conflict here in February. Needing to engage your abilities, your skills in order to move beyond this place that you're in right now. Self-care is called for. Totality. This card comes out all the time. I shuffled this deck extensively. I'm getting a little irritated with seeing it, but I'm just going to like try to tone it back a bit. Because it's a worthwhile card. Totality is clarifying Priestess of Swords. I feel like I just want to take this card out of the deck and like put it somewhere for a little bit. But I'll read it to you. I'll interpret it for you. Priestess of Swords, future thinking, clarity, vision, engaging your vision to pull what it is that you want for your future in, to manifest it. Perspective. Again, the Suit of Swords is about perspective. Hanged Man is about perspective, surrendering to a new perspective, self-care, buoyancy, levity, hilarity, laughter. Totality. This is about divine timing. It's about an orchestrated activity. You're working together with others. You're practicing this activity over and over and over again to get the timing right. If you don't get the timing right, you fall. You break this synthesis. This is in reverse. There's something that can be practiced in order to get it right. There's something about that perfect moment. You might feel like something is not going to happen, but there's a message of divine timing. Like, pay attention to that moment, right? And she is looking into the future. When is it coming? How is it coming? What will it look like? There's a call to pay attention to the aspect of divine timing in reeling in your future. Okay, Scorpio, let's pull a card of guidance for you as you navigate these energies in February 2021. If this reading is resonating, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing. I'd love to have you around. And if you'd like to delve deeper into what you're experiencing this month, I am happy to read for you. The link is below in the description box. I have an Etsy shop with a variety of readings, and you can visit my website and purchase a reading there. Card of guidance. Who's got your back through all of this? What goddess has your back? Who can you call on for support? I like these goddess cards because they often give me a point for meditation. You know, like if you're calling on a goddess for support, the qualities, pulling in the qualities of the goddess to support you moving through. Pele. Ooh, that's powerful. You have a lot of Wands energy, that's for sure, here in this reading. And she is the fire goddess. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? Okay, so let's read about Pele. Divine passion. If you listen to the sound of your heart and breath, you'll recognize the ancient rhythms of your own internal drumming. This forever connects you to the mother of all creation and to the sound of the planet Earth. These rhythms can't be faked or forged. They're natural and eternal. What part of you are you trying to ignore? What part of you has been overly concerned with pleasing others to the detriment of hearing the sounds of your own rhythm? Dear child, reach out and extend your arms to embrace your dreams. They're just as much a part of your nature as are the trees, animals, and sunsets. Don't your own dreams deserve the same respect that you accord everyone and everything that you love? Listen to them. Listen to your dreams. They'll activate the powerful eruption of passion in your life. Don't be afraid of your own passion, for it will propel you naturally and will excite and invigorate you. When you dance to the rhythms of your life, you're truly alive in all ways. Okay, so here's some alternative meanings of this card. Make sure your career matches your true interests. Take a class or start a hobby that really excites you. Change jobs, go on a trip. Invest time and money in manifesting your dreams. Give yourself permission to go for it. Start a new business. Make an honest assessment of how you spend your time and list your priorities. Okay, so interesting. There is a call here for you to get reconnected with yourself, and that's Pele's call. But it's also the Daughter of Cups in reverse. Remember, self-care is your call to action so that you can gain a new perspective on this conflict that you've experienced here in the past, moving forward into February. There's also a call for you to engage yourself, engage your skills, engage your abilities in order to move through this sorrow, this sadness, right? Look at how these people are engaging their skills where they're at in the present moment, in this time. Let's see how my skills measure up to other people's. And then I can get like a good understanding of where I'm at, what I need to learn, how I need to develop. There is something here about future thinking and about recognizing the element of divine timing. It's not that it's not going to happen. It's that you need to recognize that moment. This also feels like a call for you to be aware, to be engaged, to be involved so that you can recognize that moment that is going to bring, it's key to your future somehow. All right, Scorpio, I hope this reading resonated and benefits you in some way, and I'm wishing you the best in February. Take good care.